as far as your overhead not eating up the profit, that's all in understand how much money is coming in your business and what your
Mhm,
expenses are. As far as making more money outside of taking more clients, you can raise your prices.
mhm.
That's if you understand what your expenses are and you understand how much is coming in. Like safe and it goes with your skill as well. Like you want to make sure you're doing your skill is matching how much you're charging.
Polish in my hand, I'm ready to create each nail a masterpiece. I can hardly wait. Soft pastels or vibrant hues, each tells a tale in their artistry of nails. Nothing ever fails. With each swirl and twirl, let the magic begin in this kingdom of gloss. There's no end to the wind. Gloss on my fingertips, watch them shine bright. Painted like a canvas, colors taking flight. Feeling fierce and fabulous, I'm ready to ignite. Slaying the nail game every single night. Nails and beauty talk with Asia the bird. Nails and beauty talk with Asia the bird.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nails and Beauty Talk. I am your host, Asia the Bird. Today, we have a very special guest with us today. She is the co-founder of the Nail Excellence Awards. Please welcome Nicole. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing absolutely well. So I
Good.
want to get started by really, kicking things off. Where you originally from? Tell us a little about your upbringing and things of that nature.
Yep. So I'm from Baltimore,
Hmm.
Maryland.
Hmm.
And upbringing, I grew up with both parents in the house, my little sister, and
Hmm.
I have always been into nails. Like since I was like 6 years old, like
Hmm.
instead of putting a lemonade stand outside, I put a nail stand outside. So I've always been
Hmm.
into nails and I've always loved nails. That's
Hmm.
always been my go-to.
Yeah, that's really, really cool because I was the same way because I liked nails since I was like 13, 14 years old because I would watch my mom get her nails done. She would always go to the salon and get like French tips or like French tips with a design or whatever. And she would get her nails done like every few weeks. So like that's how I drew into nails, especially nail art because I watched the nail techs do the nail art of it, like the strokes and the color blocking and stuff. And that's what made me fall in love with nails.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's
Your
like really,
work,
really
your
cool.
work is awesome. I saw your nail art. Those long fingernails with all the nail art, very artistic, very
Thank you.
creative.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Thank you. So I want to get into as far as your school experience. So tell us about your school experience, grade school, college, things like that, trade school. What was that like?
So as far as schooling, I was in the medical field. I was
Oh,
actually
wow.
EMT, emergency medical technician.
Hmm.
So I worked as a paramedic EMT for about, I want to say like 2 years, but I
Hmm.
always did nails at the same time.
Right. Hmm.
So no matter what I was doing nails at the same time. So as far as
Hmm.
schooling, I didn't graduate college,
Oh, wow.
but I
Okay.
went to school for EMT,
Uh huh.
and that's where my education stopped because I poured everything into the nail industry.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. Definitely. So who or what exposed you to the nail industry?
Um, I don't think anyone. I used to have sleepovers when I was a little kid, like five,
Mhm.
6, and I used to like painting nails, putting stickers on, and it
Yeah.
just always stuck. It
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
stuck.
Yeah. 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 Totally. Yeah. I want to get into your nail business. So you have your own nail business called Nay Nicole. So tell us
Mhm.
about your salon and the service that you offer.
So Nana Cole Salon is actually a brand building salon. It's
Okay.
not a salon where customers can easily just go on and book a service and then get
Mhm.
any nail tech. So what it
Right.
is a bunch of different nail techs that want to build their own businesses and their own brands.
Right.
So they usually come from me just for the space and like everyone works together to help build everybody's career up. And I'll
Mhm.
give tips on how to increase your revenue, how to build your clientele, like stuff like that. And clients can go online and
Mhm.
book them, but it's
Mhm.
not the typical salon.
Right.
So,
Mhm.
what was I going to say? Also, it's kind of like if you go to a mall, like
Mhm.
Nana Cole is the mall, and inside is a bunch of different stores. That's the
Right. Yeah, yeah,
setup.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's not a salon, it's a branding business.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
Helps
Gotcha.
everybody helps nail techs grow their brand so they can
Mhm.
branch off and get a salon or whatever it is they're trying to do. And I also have suites. So usually like after they build up their clientele enough and grow their brand enough, they'll rent a suite out.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a whole lot of sense. So I
Hmm.
want to get into as far as some business related questions and things like that. So in a post, you talked about the common mistakes that nail techs make, and one of the things you had mentioned is not tracking expenses or income, and you mentioned that revenue is not profit. So, what is the difference between revenue versus profit, and how important is it to track expenses as a nail professional?
Okay, so revenue is all of your money that's coming in. Any
Hmm.
services that you do, any products you sell, whatever you do, money that's coming in, that's revenue. Profit is after your expenses come out.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
after you pay all your bills, pay your taxes, do your payroll, all of that, then you have a profit.
Right.
So it's good to track your expenses because you need to know what's coming in and out of your business. You need to know where you need to tighten up so that it
Right.
can elevate. And then
Right.
you also need to know what you can eliminate. And you won't
Right.
know that if you're just spending your money all over the place and not keeping track. So it's
Right.
good to know what kind of revenue is coming in, what your expenses are, and what your
Hmm.
profit is.
Hmm. And I find it very interesting because this is stuff that we're not taught to a full degree when we go to like nail school or like cosmetology school or take cosmetology courses. Because I'm a licensed cosmetologist in the state
Mhm.
of Maryland, and I took cosmetology courses like in my high school, like from sophomore to like senior year. And I mean, we've learned like safety sanitation, we've learned like different nail, mostly hair. You learn majority hair, and we learned partially nail services, but also we didn't get taught as much of the business aspect of stuff. So like the stuff you talked about, like tracking your expenses, understanding revenue versus profit, and things like that. We're not learning that to a depth, especially insurance, taxes. Things. A lot of stuff that goes into play with business or owning a business in general. So I think that's something that nail schools or like the education system in beauty could be improved a bit more. But I'm glad also too there are nail schools that are teaching those things. That's very
Yeah.
important.
Absolutely. And it's good to in the nail beauty industry, it's good to have a mentor or a coach
Yeah.
because a lot of this stuff isn't taught in school. And school is only a certain amount of time. They can't
Yeah, yeah,
crush
yeah.
everything into it. So
Right,
to
yeah.
actually make nails a career or like build a business out of it as opposed to a hobby, like it's so much that comes behind that, so much that we don't know that
Mhm.
we need
Yeah.
help with understanding.
So you talked about in a video where people book their clientele, but their bank account doesn't reflect it. You mentioned that people can increase their income without working more in a salon. Could you expand on ways income can be increased without having to work more hours or have overhead expenses not eat up the profit?
Yeah, okay. So that's just as far as your overhead not eating up the profit, that's all in understand how much money is coming in your business and what your
Mhm.
expenses are. As far as making more money outside of taking more clients, you can raise your prices.
Mhm.
That's if you understand what your expenses are and you understand how much is coming in. Like safe and it goes with your skill as well. Like you want
Right.
to make sure you're doing your skill is matching how much you're charging. So you can raise your prices and then you can also do like sell products based off of your prices. It's good to
Mhm.
have a specialty service. Say for instance, you want to specialize in nail care, really focus on your specialty, like promote your specialty, and then you can sell like little care packages people can all your clients can purchase. That's additional income. So that helps with bringing your income up.
Mhm. I want to get into as far as the next topic. So I want to get into the Nail Excellence Awards. So you're the co-founder of the Nail Excellence Awards. So tell us about this annual award ceremony, and what was the decision behind creating it?
So me and my business partner have been in the industry way like over 25 years each.
Hmm.
So we just came together. We thought of this amazing idea because nails are so like it's a lot that nail techs don't know. They don't know
Right.
where to turn to, where to go to get the information they need to
Mhm.
to grow their businesses. So we just wanted to create something to put everything in one room so to help people to grow their business and elevate, whether it's learning new designs, techniques, accounting, attorneys, financials, all of that stuff. Anything needed to help get the nail technicians to the next level. And then we also want to recognize all the amazing talent within the industry. It's so much amazing talent. People are so creative. The industry is growing like crazy. So it's just like just getting people, just giving them their flowers,
Right.
because we've always been like the underdog of the beauty industry. It's always
Hmm.
hair, makeup, nails. Nails is always at the bottom. So
Yeah, 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 right.
we're trying to put nails on the top. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's the thing, and it's been a commonality thing. I talk about this with people that have been on my podcast where nails has always been undervalued, and that is true. And the
Yeah.
thing is that when especially when celebrities get their nails done, or just anybody, like they'll tag the stylist, the hairstylist, the makeup artist, but not necessarily the nail tech. I mean, there's
Yeah.
some celebrities that will, like a small percentage, but it's like for the most part, people don't think about the nail tech or the pedicurist, manicurist, or the press on nail artist.
Right.
So it's definitely a thing where I like what you guys are doing is definitely having a space where you can not only provide education and demos and things like that, but also it could be also an award show where it honors other people that have contributed to the nail community.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's really the thing with that. So I want to kind of ask about the first year. So how did the first year go as far as like, just the awards ceremony and the demos and stuff like that?
Yeah, so the as far as the demos and all, so during the day we had like an expo. We had an
Mhm.
expo with all the
Expo.
different
Yeah.
vendors. I think we had about 63 vendors at the
Oh,
event.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it was like selling, like even down to like natural coffees and stuff. Like, because you got to be good from the inside out to be good in the industry, period. Like you want to be
Right,
a
right,
good
right.
person. So
Yeah, 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 yeah.
you wanna learn how to take care of people. So we had therapists there, we had construction teams there because they can help build your business up. Like anything you could think of was in the room. So
Right.
all of the nail techs there had access to this. And then
Mhm.
that evening, everybody put on their gowns and their tux and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
suits, and we had a red carpet, we had hors d'oeuvres being served. It was really, really nice. People came on stage, got their awards, we had a little dance party. It was
Mhm.
nice. We live entertainment. And this year, we're excited for this year. Putting it together. We can't wait to see everybody at this year's event.
Yeah, I hope I make it to the second one. I hope I
Nope, you
make it.
gotta
I
come. Just
wasn't
put
able to make it to the
scratch
first
it
one.
in now.
Yeah, yeah,
Just get
yeah,
in your
yeah, yeah, yeah.
schedule now.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna try to see if I can make it to the second one. But yeah,
Yeah.
but I really was happy that there were people that were honored, and I'm glad that there was people that got their flowers like Hirsch and Kiki,
Yeah.
Miss Cynthia,
Yes.
from Anybody Nails.
Amazing.
Yeah, amazing
Amazing.
people.
Amazing people. Courtney, all
Lee
of them.
Nails.
Mm-hmm.
I think the guy from the Chair Watch was there too, wasn't he?
Yeah, Will, he's amazing. Yep. It was,
Yeah,
it
I gotta
was
have him on
it
the
was
show.
some great energy. Oh yeah, he's sweet. It was good energy in the room.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good
That that
energy.
that that's absolutely really really great. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna get into as far as the next question. So, what is your perspective on the growth of the nail industry, and what are some things you like about the industry, and what are some things you think the nail industry could be improved on?
So I do think the industry is growing tremendously. I
Hmm.
think it has grown more since COVID.
Right,
So once COVID hit, I think there are a lot of nail techs that kind of taught themselves and they're not necessarily licensed. So that is
right,
the part that I feel is bad for the industry, because we still
right,
want to
hmm,
take care of like clients' nails. We don't want to just like mess them up just because we know how to make a pretty design. Like you
right. Yeah,
still
yeah.
want to like
Hmm.
take care of people's fingernails and toenails and
Right.
their
Yeah,
skin. You want to
absolutely.
make sure you're using the right, the correct products and all of that.
Yeah.
So the nail industry, I think, honestly, I think it can grow and be way better. I feel like people can reach more people in a positive light
Hmm.
if everyone really pours into their clients and into their salons, as
Right.
opposed to everybody trying to be by themselves. Like if everybody comes together, the whole industry as a unit, and we just all work together and grow the industry, I think the industry could go like way further than it is now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
As far
absolutely.
as like how everyone charges and everything, we can make the industry bigger than what it is.
Yeah, absolutely, most definitely. I think definitely there's miseducation in the nail community, nail industry. I believe that does exist. The things that has been the topic of discussion now is about nail allergies, nail product safety, things like that. I'm
Mhm.
glad that there's people talking more about that. SDS sheets, how important those are as far as with nail products and health and safety, safety sanitation, how important that is.
Mhm.
Because of course there were conversations a little bit about like the toe BBL to a certain degree. People do like those like acrylic toes
Yeah.
under like and you can't work with fungus. Fungus is not fungus is contagious. So
Yes.
definitely, I think what could be better is definitely more of the education and more of the awareness. But I think also too, the industry has evolved so much as far as educational wise, than how it was like when I was doing cosmetology courses like around 2014, 2015. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
elevated so much like a decade later.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. So I want
Absolutely.
to, yeah, totally. So I want to get into the next question. So speaking of improvements within the nail industry, do you think that Black people are represented and respected in the nail industry? Why or why not?
Now I do feel like, yeah, now I feel like they are being recognized and are getting the
Mhm,
recognition that all Black people deserve as far as being in the nail industry.
mhm,
I will say
mhm.
that when I first started doing nails 25 years ago, I remember I was working in a Vietnamese salon, and the
Right.
salon owner and his wife went away on vacation.
Mhm,
And it was me and another young lady. She was Black as well.
mhm.
We were running a salon, and a Black client walked in and she said, "Oh, you two are in here? I don't let Black people touch my nails." And it just like floored me. I was like, "What?" I'm looking
Wow.
at her like, "Well, we're the same we're the same color, same race." But it's crazy how back then how different it is now. Like
Yeah.
now people
Mhm,
respect the Black nail artists.
mhm.
Yeah, it's some people that's unprofessional, but that's all over any
Yeah,
race,
yeah,
honestly. So it's
yeah.
just I think they are being recognized now. We are being recognized now and being and more appreciative. We're
Mhm,
appreciated more now.
mhm. I think it's getting better to a certain extent, but I do believe there's still work that needs to be done in terms of the credibility and respect in terms of Black nail pros.
Okay.
I do believe that there is a sense of racism in the nail community, the nail industry. You know what I mean? That still takes place. You know what I mean? Definitely, and it's not just that. I think it's also idolism, popularity, things like that. That people get hooked on the numbers. With nail techs and nail pros or people who are
Yeah, like
influencers.
followers and all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
just the social media stuff, it could be a little much, but but definitely there is improvements. I'm glad that there's Black, like how I said about how what you guys are doing, highlighting other, nail artists, especially Black nail artists and nail techs and things like that to be recognized, nail educators. So it's definitely, up to us as a community to really, highlight each other and really celebrate each other, because
Yeah, absolutely.
if it ain't anybody else, who will, so
Right. No, we do have to work harder, but that's with anything we do.
yeah, absolutely,
Yes,
totally,
I mean, like being
totally,
Black in America, like we have to work harder. It's
yeah,
always been
absolutely,
like that, and I don't think it's ever going to change.
yeah,
But we
I
do
don't
have
think so
to,
either.
yeah, we do have to work harder to be seen and to be
Yeah,
recognized. I will say with the Nail Excellence Awards, we did feel that a lot, and we was afraid to even put our face out at first because
right,
it's
yeah,
like, oh, it's two little Black girls, they don't know what they're doing. But
right.
we have learned so much with the industry. We have worked with so many people. Out of the 50 no's, we got one yes. All it
Yeah,
takes
yeah,
is
yeah.
one. It just takes
Yeah,
one. We
one
just
yes,
got to
yeah,
keep pushing and fighting and working
absolutely.
hard for what we want. And
Yeah, absolutely.
sometimes with the color of our skin, it does take us a little longer.
Yeah, absolutely, totally, most definitely. So I want to get into as far as nail artists and nail techs. You have a top 5 list of your favorite nail artists and nail techs. Who would they be and why?
So that one I'm scared to answer because of the Nail Excellence Awards.
Okay,
So
it's
I
all
will
good.
say that it's so many creative people out
Yeah,
here. Some of them have 500 followers. They don't
yeah,
have 500,000 followers, but they are
yeah,
more talented some of them that have a whole bunch of followers.
Right.
So that's just down to content creating and all of that, as
Yeah,
far
yeah,
as
yeah.
getting your influence up, and that direction as far as
Mhm.
content. But
Yeah, yeah,
there's
yeah.
so many talented nail techs out here that need to be recognized and
Yeah,
seen.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. Totally understandable. So how do you juggle being a mentor and business owner with life and mental health?
So, and the first thing I do in the morning is I do devotionals. I pray for the first 45 minutes of my day.
Mhm.
So for full 45 minutes before my kids get up, before
Yeah.
I do anything, open any emails or anything, I give
Mhm.
God 45 minutes. And
Right.
I pour and like I pour and pour and pour into that. And that
Mhm.
actually calms my day down.
Mhm.
And then I also do I have a task list. Like I try not to juggle everything at once. I try
Right.
to focus on this at this time,
Yeah.
finish that, then this at this time, finish that. Otherwise, you can be all over the place.
Right. Yeah, yeah, totally. Now, if you could give one valuable piece of advice to up and coming nail pros, what would it be and why?
Um, a piece of advice. Stay up on your skill.
Mhm.
Don't doubt yourself. Create systems. Don't just do nails and spend the money, then do nails and spend the money. Actually create a system and a business for yourself, because
Right.
it's so much to do within this industry. And if
Right.
you're just
Absolutely.
taking your money and spending it and you don't know where this is going, you don't know how this is going, and you're just going out to buy a bag, you can't really build a successful business doing that. So as long as
Right.
you have like some kind of structure and set a pay schedule for yourself. You might
Right.
need a coach, you might need somebody to help you to set that up.
Right. Mhm.
And so many different things. Like you just don't want it to be a hobby. You want to make it a career.
Mhm. Absolutely. Most definitely. Last but not least, where can people find you on social media and how can people support you, your business, and find info about the No Excellence Awards this coming October?
Yep. So my mentorship page is Nicole Elevate. The
Mhm.
program should be launching within the next few weeks. We are still working out couple of tweaks. My salon page is named Nicole Beauty, and then the Nail Excellence Awards is Nail Excellence Awards on any social platform, and nailexcellenceawards.com.
All right, that's really amazing. Well, thank you so much, Nate Nicole, for jumping on. I really appreciate this conversation, getting to know you, what you do, also getting to know more about the Nail Excellence Awards as well and your perspective of the nail industry. This is a great conversation. Keep doing what you're doing. I wish you the best of luck with everything, and just thank you.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, take care. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Have a good one.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to click the bell for notifications. Also, follow me on my social media platforms and be on the lookout for more interviews to come very soon. Take care, stay healthy, and stay beautiful. Bye bye.